all right. How y'all doing today? Welcome to Strike First Podcast. I'm your host, Steve, aka Sokka Steve, and we here gonna give you guys a pretty cool journey, very informative, exciting. But this podcast will be focused towards, of course, the world's greatest sport, soccer. But we're also gonna blend in fashion, the culture, and kind of give you guys a little bit informative tour on why soccer is not only a great sport, but it blends between culture and fashion and all the things. We also sponsored today by Nubian Roots Coffee. So if you see us sipping some great coffee here, that's why. Follow us right here. But without further ado, let's get started, man. I'm show y'all who we have today. So, Sim, tell a little bit about you, and then we'll get over to Mag.
Hey, the one and only Coach Simmy. Follow me on Instagram. For real. I coach. I train. I love this sport.
Okay.
I still play. I'm actually back to playing 11v11. Shout outs to my knees. You feel me?
You're a tough man.
Shout outs to my knees.
Must be taking your oils.
Oh man, I'm actually, fellas, I'm en route to be the golden boot for the league, bro. You feel me? My team ain't won a game. Hey, we haven't won a game yet, but hey, we're shooting for something.
We add that to the bio.
Over 40s, bro.
Hey man, you feel me? You feel me? I'm happy.
To the bio.
I'm happy.
For sure.
Mag.
It's your boy, Mag, aka the Blk Mag. A casual, a lover of all things, a purveyor of the sport, and here to support my brothers today.
Hey man,
I'm ready for a great
we love to have
conversation,
you
y'all.
here, bro.
Appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all joining us today. Again, what we want to talk about is really give you guys some insights into our perspectives, opinion on this sport, but also how it transcends fashion, culture, and even just pop news, right? As we do know, a lot of these soccer players live a life.
Absolutely.
So super excited to get into it with you guys today. But to start out here, I want to kind of see where we at in the room, right? So when we think about soccer, what comes to mind? And you guys kind of hinted on it a bit, but like, how do you show your love or how do you engage with the sport on a day-to-day, week-to-week, or month-to-month basis?
I love that I interact with the youth and community. I love giving my knowledge to the kids, definitely sharing my love for the sport, as well as I love watching it on television, right? I love supporting the clubs,
Absolutely.
right? It's my whole being. Soccer, definitely. The theater, the drama, all of that type of stuff is engulfed in a 90-minute game, right? When you supporting your club, right, you could cry 1 minute, you could be mad the next minute, right? Nothing like this sport can do that for you.
I agree. A perfect segue would be me saying that soccer, I think, really starts from the youth, right? So like it's generally a youthful sport. You have some superstars that start at such a young age and kind of carry themselves through the professional ranks and end up becoming world-renowned names, right? How you spoke about soccer being installed in the youth, it kind of bled into my life in a different way. As you brothers might know, I was able to kind of learn about soccer through my old heads, my uncle, my dad, watching these matches super early in the morning in my household and wondering what they were yelling about. And then ultimately kind of falling into gameplay, which I was heavily into. So video games was kind of my thing as a youngin'. And I told you guys about the game winning 11 being a high contention thing between me and my father. He would come back from work 5:30 and he'd say these 3 words, set it up. And I knew exactly what it meant.
Yeah.
Right. And we were cross-legged on the floor in front of the TV within 4 feet of that thing. And he was giving me a whooping of my lifetime. But at that point, I was learning exactly what was important about
character building,
the game
you
of
know?
sport. Yeah, the game and the sport and the people that it brought together and the ways that it transcended different generations. So that being said, crazy enough, gameplay, video games, winning 11, FIFA, right? Those were the worlds that I started to step into, started to learn about soccer and formations. And from there, watching it on the silver screen. So now basically kind of getting back into it as a purveyor of the arts, just understanding it, trying to learn what's the hottest trends right now in every aspect, whether it be gameplay, the hottest players, or the different areas of the world that are more prevalent in the sport today. So I'd say I'm kind of like bird's eye view, aerial right now, kind of relearning the love of the sport.
Hey man, come down with us, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, and as you can tell, I mean, it's different altitudes to love and engage the sport, right? For myself, past soccer player, Played my whole life growing up. My parents didn't know much about the sport at all. But the school I went to, we played every day at recess. So from that moment alone, it just made me start growing a love and an affinity for the sport. I started watching it. But I will say, even from as a young kid all the way to now, as you can see, repping the Arsenal throwback here.
Arsenal.
But the fashion aspect of soccer took on just a whole new wave from middle school to high school, even in college for me, to where I got over 100 or so soccer jerseys now that I still try to wear throughout my regular weekly, weekend fashion. And always, I love to see who recognizes not only the jersey, but the team, or who their favorite player is.
Yeah.
So, we all repping something here. Let me know. Who you repping over there, Simmy?
Oh, you already know. The great Manchester United. You feel me?
Mighty.
Exactly. I want to say that we are the modern days Dallas Cowboys because we had a great history back in the day, right? We've been
like that
kind of tearing off, but we're so back. Right now, we're back in top 4. Right?
Sounds like the Cowboys for sure.
It's like, hey,
This year's our year mentality.
Most people shoot to win the league, right? Most people want, I'm just happy that we are back to being relevant. We're not, we winning games. We on.
I'm happy to see
We
it.
on. We back, baby. That's how, yes, we back. You know what I'm saying?
I'm happy to see it.
Man, what about you, man? I was peeping that earlier.
Hey, so I can say that this isn't an actual soccer kit, right?
Look good, though.
But it's soccer inspired.
Yeah.
This is a Martine Rose Nike collaboration with Martine Rose, heavily inspired by soccer kits. Martine Rose, based in England, and she is very much the designer. Is very much an Arsenal fan. So
Come on.
as you can see, like the shields and everything kind of lend to the Arsenal side of things. But that being said, not a real kit, just something I tend to have on today. So I kind of got lucky, but I think we might have a stronger Arsenal fan in the building today. I don't know, man. What you got on you?
I love the subtle flex. The subtle flex was dope. He said the Martin Rose, Nike collab, nothing major. That's fire, right? But still inspired by the world's greatest soccer team, Arsenal, which I love to hear that, right? So again, if we're gonna kind of get into what I would want to say is this segment is who's your team, but why? And I can start since we, talking about Arsenal. Arsenal's my team, has always been my team, but I will say one specific player who is also my GOAT when I think about football, soccer, it was Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry, number 14 on the Arsenal badge. He was the one who showed me that somebody that looks like me could actually be one of the top players in soccer. And we'll get into a little more about the history of, black and melanin players in the sport. But again, as a kid growing up, parents didn't know much about it. When I found Arsenal and I found Thierry Henry as the striker, the golden boot of the league, the Michael Jordan of his time.
What a time.
I was like, my goodness. I'm in love with soccer, but also as well, I could see myself aspiring to be that level. So, Arsenal, my team, I still follow them even through our down days. Now we're back up again, top of the charts. But Thierry Henry really pushed me to join that fan base, and also as well, the fashion aspect, like I mentioned to you earlier. As you can see, this is probably a 5-year-old kit right here, but they've always kind of played with those kind of collabs when you think about fashion and designers and how they could spin that club design into something you can wear every day. So Arsenal is my team.
Arsenal.
And Thierry Henry is my GOAT.
No, I love that for you.
Did you like that take?
No, I
Did you like that?
Steve's my man, right?
I mean,
It's
he
just-
was kind of making fun of you, making the analogy of the Dallas Cowboys and Man U, right?
No, that was totally me just recognizing, the situation that I am, right? But I just love, and I'm happy for you that Arsenal fans are just delusional right now.
I appreciate
Like,
it.
it's
very. I'm gonna let you finish.
Like, I'm gonna let you finish. Like,
Talk
it's like
about-
I'm like, I don't want to be a hater,
Okay.
right? But I'm actually rooting for Man City to ruin everything for Arsenal right now.
Wow.
Only because there have been EPL's English Premier League second favorite. You've only been good for a certain part of time, but you never won it. You may have won, a Community Shield, right? A Carabao Cup, but you've always come in second place. Second place. No trophies. I'm happy that you guys are doing well. But, you know, even back to your GOAT, there's an argument that Wayne Rooney was a better
That's a name.
English player.
That's a name.
Has way more accolades than Thierry Henry. He even had to leave Arsenal to go to Barcelona to get a Champions League and get all the other accolades that he has. But Thierry Henry is
Barcelona language.
Thierry Henry is the GOAT. TT, bro, I watch him on CBS. He's killing it. He's killing it. I love TT. But he's not even the leading goal scorer for France.
They only asked for the GOATs to come back for the host TV.
No, he's not even the leading goal scorer for France.
The most personable GOATs as well.
I don't see Rooney, but
yeah, you're right. He's not even lead goal scorer for France.
Rooney's smashing beer somewhere right now as we speak.
Exactly.
It's okay. But I love that. I am rooting for. Hey,
I love it.
But I didn't hear. So wait, who's your team and your GOAT?
My team right now. I have several teams because I'm a lover of ball. But I said my two teams is Manchester United,
Man U,
right, and Real Madrid.
Real.
My actual GOAT of all time actually played for both of them. CR7, right? Most leading goal scorer of all time.
And for those who don't know, CR stands for
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Got it.
Okay. For those that don't know, he's the most followed person on Instagram. I mean, you should check that out, right?
Is it because he's a soccer player or a model?
He does it all.
Okay, I thought it was a model.
He does it all. In fact, I wish people would actually stop hating on him so much. To be honest, he has literally lifted the sport to new heights. He is the true LeBron James of the sport, and I only say that because the longevity of his career
give you that
literally mirrors that.
Okay.
People love Messi. I don't hate the man. I actually hate Messi fans more than I actually hate Messi.
That's a respectable take.
That really is. Because it's ridiculous.
Take.
You've done it across several different leagues. You've been the top. You even went back to Man U.
Yeah.
It was a leading goal scorer at plus 35, right? You're in the Saudi league, still scoring goals, banging them in. And for somebody that still plays, I'm pretty sure like you don't understand how hard it is, right? To be playing at that top level like LeBron is. You've been a winner your entire career. You've literally carried a country, Portugal. They didn't do anything without you, but now they're consistently in the World Cup, right? More Portuguese players are getting the platform. Also, you've won the Euros. Man,
you can go on and on.
I can go on and on, man.
I can imagine.
Sounds good.
I mean, that's a respectable
But we'll let
backing.
you have that for now. We ain't gonna go too deep. We'll let you have that for now. Man,
you can tell the boys is gonna bicker this whole season. Hey, so me personally, right? My GOAT, as I mentioned, me coming into being introduced into the sport, I immediately had to learn who R9 was. That's Ronaldo, right? The Brazilian phenom. So this is somebody who, like, there was no reason for me to turn my eyes away from the screen because he captured me with the sport. Like the way that he played, the fandom that he had around him, just fierce, right?
The Miracle Man, as they call him, you know?
Miracle Man.
Yeah.
Miracle Man. And I think the reason why he had such a huge following when he was at his height, right? Was his personality off of the pitch really matched his fierceness on the pitch. I felt like he was a man of many skill. He was well-to-do, and it was the reason why I even came into the sport in the first place, or at least one of the main names that I had in the back of my head as soon as I started. So that being said, I gotta go my dog.
Hey, Mag, how much for you to rock the haircut? How much?
Now I would do the haircut. Are you asking to dye it too?
No, but we wouldn't go that
That's
far. Like
much.
just the.
You know what? If we'll set up a wager, a friendly wager at some point, right? And that'll be the losing side of that. All right.
Okay, I love that.
And I might do it happily. Who knows? I might, just kind of make a whole thing of it. Come in here with a full kit, very short shorts. It'll be great.
Love that. No, look, I like the way you focused on that R9, especially that Brazil connotation behind it, right? It's World Cup season.
Yeah.
Is Brazil who you following right now for World Cup, or do you got a different team?
What's crazy is I personally am really excited to watch Brazil, right? I'm very excited to see your GOAT on the pitch, right?
Man.
But I gotta see Messi's last show.
Come on.
I gotta see them Argentina boys do they thing. Well, it ain't even gotta be the whole. As I mentioned, I'm just trying to see that boy Messi on his last run on that field, World Cup stage. It's gonna be legendary. We can get into how excited I am to actually see this in person, right? Again, the United States is hosting the World Cup in 2026, but
you got tickets for the Argentina game?
brother, yes, I do. I was
Explain
blessed
here.
to
Hold on,
have been gifted.
Chat, another subtle flex by Mag. We gonna count these up. Scoreboard right here. That's his third subtle flex of the day.
And we remain humble and we are blessed. But I was so blessed to have been gifted this year a ticket to the World Cup. And on a humble tip, I will be volunteering too, just to make sure that I'm paying my way and making my impact in the city, just as the FIFA World Cup is making on my city. So that being said, I can't wait for the Argentina match, the very last show that we'll see Messi. And I hope it's successful.
Come on.
Is that tough to say?
No, it's actually upsetting to hear you say that. Only because
I can imagine why, but please give me the obvious reason as to why.
It's great because I will be there too. I will be seeing Messi play.
So I'm the poor one in the group. Okay.
That's cool.
Bro,
Stop it.
You know we gotta sing Steve in the dough, man.
I'm the few. Man. I'm the few, the proud, the blessed.
The blessed?
To hit the lottery. So I was able to get some tickets. So I definitely was looking to sell them, but more or less, I'm so grateful that more people wanted to go.
Oh yeah.
So send me, hey, you got a ticket, so I'll most likely be, letting the homies support to it. But no, Argentina is a terrible take. Only because they already won one last year, last World Cup, and it was stolen. That's it. Really, they didn't deserve it. Because several times Messi should have been carted off the field and should have been
Investigate the robbery.
No, it should have been. It should have been.
Legend Lionel.
Yeah, man.
Allegedly.
But I'll be at the game. It's nice to see Messi do his thing. For the last year and I love how actually as a country and as a team they actually support him. Because I wish Portugal would have done the same. Right? I am more happy to see Ronaldo go out for the last one. I hope he wins it. Yeah. Right? So Portugal is my first take of who I want to win the World Cup. So we can end the whole, Messi has a World Cup and Ronaldo doesn't. Right?
Portugal definitely has no chance. But granted,
I was going to ask, what's the odds here?
No, it's going to be tough now that RIP Diego Jota. But they, they still got stars. Rafael Leao, you got Bruno Fernandes, that plays for the men's, So they have a good squad. However, I'm looking at France to come out and go back to the final with the experience, and I'm always rooting for Kylian.
Come on.
Right?
Where's he at?
He is the next up-and-coming star to really transition to be the face of the league. Leading goal scorer for Real Madrid, but yet no trophies.
Count him up.
No trophies. He already has a World Cup, but no Ballon d'Ors. He has no Champions League. I need that, as he moves into
those critical accolades. I guess we can get into that a little bit later on.
It is. So when you start having these GOAT talks, right? Although you like how much jerseys they sell, how many goals they score, at the end of the day, trophies matter.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
Club and country. It all matters as a full dissertation and argument of who's better than who.
I agree.
Right? So I need Kylian to, consistently get those type of things. Yeah. Because I'm rooting for him. So we got Portugal, France, and last, Brazil. Shout outs to Vinny Jr. Right? You are the leading poster child of making sure that the past is the past and we are moving forward with everything with racism. Right? Also, Brazil, you guys, great country, great football. I need us to get back to that, right? Ever since you got destroyed on your own country against Germany, it hasn't been the same.
Yeah, there's been a bad omen.
It has. It's like just a big cloud. Yeah. You got the coach, Carlo Ancelotti, right? Yeah. Who also was a Real Madrid coach, who has a history with Champions League.
Oh, he's decorated.
I think they really can put it together and get back to some former glory. I'm sad to see that I don't know if Neymar's going to make it, but I hope he at least makes the squad. Just so he could be as a good presence, because he deserves it. Yeah. Within that, I'm definitely looking for those three squads to really make an imprint. Player wise, Luka Modric, right, for Croatia is going to be his last one as well. There's going to be a lot of players on the last great farewell tour. But honestly, I'm actually looking for who's going to be the breakout star, right? Every World Cup, somebody or some country, makes a nice little run. And if you go out there and do it on that global stage, you getting a contract, you getting paid, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what, no matter where you are within the group stages, if you go out there on that level, on that stage and go show what you can do, it's up from there.
I'll tell you who did it last year. It was a guy who plays for who's winning this year. And his name was Kylian Mbappe. And he's a machine.
Goal scoring machine.
Youngin, what is he, 24? 24, 25?
24. He might be turning 25 this year.
Yeah, youngin, but a machine. But also, too, very a man of the culture. Plays for France. Super excited to see what France can do this year. World Cup will be exciting. As you know, the people next to me, they already got tickets. I'm still looking. So if you got some extra
tickets, we're going to get you in the dough, my dog.
Friend,
we're going to get you in the dough. That's
like, hopefully a friend,
you
phone call
to
me,
the
let me know,
Steve,
but super excited for the World Cup. There's a lot of controversy with it being here in the United States. So let's talk about that for a second. I mean, I'll let y'all know my first thought was excitement. I think this allows soccer here in the States, right, to become bigger, better, more focused, more media attention on what the world already knows, and signature is the number one sport. So I think it's very important from that aspect. But I do think there are a lot of, I would say, political features and things going on right now that will make it harder for a lot of these countries to come and support their teams. And we're getting a lot of flack about that. If you're looking on TikTok, you're looking on Instagram, it's been...
It's a current topic.
It's almost been, people are not only going against FIFA for even still having the World Cup here, but a lot of people are saying they don't want to come to pour any money into the economy of the United States just because of what's going on with the political regime. So what are y'all thoughts, man? Being soccer fans at different altitudes, are you excited about the World Cup being here? Or do you think fans should be boycotting the United States for what's going on and FIFA having it here still?
Like you said, it's a powder keg right now, right? So the United States right now wouldn't necessarily say it's in a state of despair, right? But we are definitely in a position where we're having a lot of political challenges. We have ICE raids. We have people seeing this globally on a major scale, right? And people are able to make their own discernment, right? They're able to point at something and say, that's not right. That's something I don't want to put my dollars into. That being said, I think that this is a great opportunity for the United States to show and prove. This is an opportunity for redemption if they are aware, right? This takes awareness. This takes actual care. This takes diligence. I don't know if the United States is capable to pull together such an amazing love story right now for the world to come enjoy that quick. Cities can build highways as quick as they possibly can to support the infrastructure, whether it be routes and buses to the stadiums that we'll be enjoying the games at, or just routes to be able to get back home to your hotel room and opportunities to enjoy the city. It's going to have to be a real show of where our resources and care lies. And I don't know if it's all going to work out, but I just know that this is a great opportunity for the United States to actually show the rest of the world, like, hey, despite what may be going on, I think you guys would have a fantastic time enjoying the lovely game of football here on our soil and in our neighboring states like Vancouver, Canada, Guadalajara, Mexico, right? So these cities are also under pressure as well. I mean, at the end of the day, just because the United States is hosting, this is a huge privilege to countries like Canada and Mexico. So I think that this is an opportunity to turn it around. I know what the narrative is. If they hear it, if they feel it, if they see it, and they give half of a damn, I think this might be a fantastic World Cup, boys. I don't know.
Love the way you're thinking about that, Mag. And
cup half full.
Yeah,
type
cup
vibes,
half
right?
full.
It's so positive.
Sam, as somebody who's built a career, right, around soccer, mentoring, bringing the youth up in this sport, what's your thought when we think about World Cup being here in the current state of America?
No, when they first presented the idea, well before it was in Qatar, I was excited.
Yeah.
That was before all the political shift and everything else. And, I have been blessed to travel and kind of step out of America and get the actual perception of what America looks to other
Now
countries.
you've seen matches in
sure.
other countries.
For sure. It's disappointing, honestly, because we didn't have to build the stadiums. We didn't have to build the hotels like most other countries do to support this, right? This could have been a crazy economic boom for us, right? But with the policies and everything else, I understand why you would love to come to support your team from other countries. The risk that you have to come here to do so, right? It definitely is a deterrent. And I don't think between now and then, I don't want to be super pessimistic, but I don't think it's going to get necessarily better.
Do you think it's going to be as like cataclysmic as the Brazilian World Cup?
No. That's just me being a bit hopeful. I think at the end of the day,
where there was, and the reason why I bring that up, I'm sorry to
go ahead.
interject, but there was protests happening outside of the stadium, maybe 4 or 5 blocks away. There were the favelas and neighborhoods that were completely decimated in support of the infrastructure for the World
The only
Cup.
reason I say no is because we don't have a favela. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not,
Oakland
hey, we're
isn't
just
gonna
going to
be
literally
parading
turn the
outside of-
camera to nothing but beauty, but literally, right, the camera's behind us is nothing but poverty.
Well said.
Right? We don't necessarily have that. I just hope that while the tournament's going on, we don't have a crazy ICE insurrection.
Yep.
Or let alone we hear stories about somebody who came to support their team is literally don't get to see the game and is in an ICE detention center. Or they're going to Mexico, right, to go view the beautiful Guadalajara stadium and watch support their team, and they're literally getting picked up.
Back home.
No, they're literally getting picked up by the cartel, right? Because there's actually unrest right now.
There's business going on over there.
Yeah, so the only place that looks safe to go right now is Canada.
Yeah.
Right? And other than that,
And it ain't fun there. No, I'm just playing.
no, it's I hope people still come. I hope that people literally turn this into the melting pot that America is what's supposed to be, despite how political shift has changed.
Yeah.
And if that happens, I'm very hopeful that this will be a great World Cup. The stadium, the fans, everything that you see on television or you can experience outside of America when you go watch a match, literally right down the street.
That'd be awesome.
You mentioned in football in America. Well, my bad. Let me take that back. You mentioned in soccer in America.
You had it right the first time, King.
Great points, right? But like, what are those misconceptions of soccer here? You know, you hear things like they're soft and soccer players are not athletic or don't have skill. But let's just kind of sit on that for a minute, because I think that kind of ties into why it's so important that America gets to see soccer or gets to see FIFA done on this stage in our homeland. So kind of what's some of the things you've heard about misconceptions of soccer, but also let's set them right.
For me, I hear that soccer is boring. Most people of American sports were used to quick gratifications, like more like basketball or like American football, where they kind of make up points.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you score a touchdown, it could be just one.
Now it's 7.
No, it's 6 points, but they kick a field goal and they get another point. Right?
But a touchback.
A half chance is, a field goal, so you get 3 points. So like quick gratification. Although soccer is definitely with tactics, it could definitely be a low scoring game, a high scoring game, just depending on the flow of it. I don't think people understand how much effort really goes into a goal, or let alone how hard it is.
Yes.
Right? I will actually move my, preference back, but last World Cup, actually not last World Cup, 2018, I remember watching Nigeria versus Argentina, right? Argentina ended up winning that game 2-1. However, Messi running through the back line, his teammate sent a 30-yard, 35-yard ball on a dot, played it to him. Messi's full on running, sprinting, right? And he has a Nigerian specimen of an athlete chasing him, right? Like chasing him, dripping all over. You know what I'm saying? Ball's coming over the top, right? Messi controls it on his thigh. The ball drops just 2 yards in front of him, has a nice touch in front.
Leading.
Yeah, and still running full sprint tucks it away. I don't understand how. Like, I don't think people understand how hard that is.
That's next level.
There's
You know
a
what I'm
little bit
saying?
of
Like,
physics, there's a
for
little
somebody
bit of
that
luck.
actually plays, I'm like, yo, that's tough.
That's world class.
Right? Ocho Cinco,
The
who
weather
just
has to be
I
perfect.
saw that.
Ocho Cinco just had a podcast where he actually talked in his prime of his career,
Yeah.
right? Playing for the Bengals. He had a friendship with Cristiano Ronaldo back when he was playing at Real Madrid with Jose Mourinho. And he was like, he wanted to come out there and train with the reserves, right? And he figured, I'm at the pinnacle of my career. Specimen of an athlete in small field. I'm the fastest guy out there. He even told him, no, I'm embarrassed. Right? He knew I didn't have the technique, but you just think that like, oh, because I can run fast and I'm strong and everything else that you can actually go do that. No, it's actually much harder. And for those that think that soccer is soft with the rolling around and the acting and everything, you can flop in any sport.
flopping in all sports,
you
y'all.
can flop in any sport. I would love to see you guys run up and down the field for 90 minutes, or let alone for good 15, 20.
And we're saying this
right?
field
And
like
I
it's
kick
an
you. Let me
American
kick
football
you
field.
and see what happens. Let's see what
Talk
you do.
about the size of that.
Yeah.
Like there's a 25% increase in whatever field that you have in your mind right now. A soccer field is bigger than it. Period. Point blank, period. You're running up and down and no restrictions besides being offsides, essentially. There's no reason why you wouldn't run every length of that field.
Yeah.
That takes a sheer level of athleticism. I think that calls out of no sport.
To me, I think people forget too, like soccer is a sport to where your coach isn't calling timeout and telling you to run this play so you guys can go score. Soccer is the one sport where you have 11 players on a team that are working together like water, like a river, right? That ball is the number one priority, and sometimes it has to go back to go forward. But soccer is one sport where the players' chemistry have to be on point for them to be able to get that goal, which is why we talk about the drama, the theatrics. All those things matter, right? And a great team understands that and sees it. So if you're watching soccer, take a step back sometime and look at how other players are moving around without the ball, how the ball sometimes isn't the number one priority. It's that player making a run behind your back that you have no clue is there. So when that player plays that ball over and you see Messi running full speed and drops it right in front of him and goal, that's why the crowd is insanely hyped. The players are, it's like a climax, right? So yeah, I mean, soccer is just a sport to where, again, the players are doing the thinking, not like football, right? American football, where
You're running a very strict assignment.
it's 10 seconds of play, and then the coach is like, okay, draw
Another
this up,
play.
you're doing this.
Yeah.
Right? The quarterback is like, hey, run this far, do this. So again, soccer is a sport to where everybody's thinking strategically, but also working in chemistry with each other. And even on that, right? One misconception that I always see when I say, soccer, especially here in the States, is if somebody was able to put a soccer ball in the hood, this has always been my opinion. But if somebody was able to put a soccer ball in the hood, I promise you the United States will become the number one country when it comes to soccer. Because, again, we talk about putting it around athletes, natural athletes. That is what soccer is. So when you look at other sports other countries across the world, they have melanin players, players of African descent that are typically their top players. But it's because they have academy systems that brings those kids in at age 4 or 5, raise them up through academy playing at a high level to then go and play for their country and to be a Kylian Mbappe, to be a Thierry Henry, right? To even be a Cristiano Ronaldo. Like who, again, Lionel Messi, who signed his contract in a bar at 11 years old. You know what I mean? Like those are the stories where you have to put the sport in the hood here in America for America to ever be able to compete with any of those teams. But what's y'all thought on that? I mean, like, we got great athletes here in America, but
Sims, I saw you tense up when you mentioned that point about dropping a ball in the hood, right? And us, now, the United States, when I say us, now having premier players in the running. Like, what is it about, I guess, the international aspect of the sport, the African diasporic influence, but also like American players on the sport being ready and primed to be great at football?
I feel like there also needs to be a representation. I feel that the women's games definitely got it on pack down to a science. Like there's like a direct lineage to like, okay, an Alyssa Thompson, like that grew up in California and you can see yourself being that. Or a Trinity Rodman, for example, right? Like, like you know, like you as a black female, no, I'm sorry, not me, but like
shout out
a
to
black
my
girl
black
playing
female.
soccer, like I see Trinity Rodman that's out there doing it. Cool.
Yeah.
You need to have that as well. Also in America, there isn't like in other countries, soccer is becoming more like a prestigious sport. You don't have the soccer fields and the facilities to really foster that in the hood. Right. That needs to be another thing, right? There's also like an open field where kids can go out there and play tackle football.
Yeah.
Right? Or there's kids on the street playing basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
Right?
Somebody driveway.
Right? In other countries, whether they have courts to play, kids are playing in the streets.
Very true.
Right? Like all you need is no shoes, cones, or basically shoes are actually the goals in the middle of the street playing. If that happens, sure. If all those things happen, I definitely think in the hood we'll turn into France.
Yeah.
Where majority of the team is black from other countries, right? I would love that for the U.S. And we have all the capabilities to do that with the multiple, with the Hispanic community, the black athletes.
Yep.
There's no reason. Another thing is the pay-to-play system. I think it easily weeds a lot of talent out.
There we go. We could spend a whole hour on that.
Oh man,
I'm very
in and of itself, the
passionate.
elitism of football.
Man,
if America can figure out a way for clubs to basically sell players like they do in Europe, I think you can eliminate that system.
I might want to save it for that conversation, but think about the NIL and how that would kind of play into
It's coming.
youth soccer.
It's coming.
Huh.
It's just for somebody who has benefited from the pay and play. Like I'm not gonna hey, pay me for my time. It's one thing if I trained a player from a youth standpoint, and they made it big. Do I get part of and we sell them for $40 million? Cool. Then I wouldn't necessarily need to pay $3,000 per kid to play on a team. The facilities like Crystal Palace did it.
Yeah.
Right? In the sense of how to Wan-Bissaka, right? Sold them to Man United.
Yep.
For buku money, but that bought a brand new training facility. Right?
Yeah.
You could literally have you could sponsor a whole youth academy with that type of money. But that doesn't happen at the local level for clubs.
Interesting point.
Well, guys, I want to say thank y'all so much for joining us here today. Mag, Simmy, much appreciated.
No problem.
More Strike First podcast coming very soon. So please follow us here. But also as well, don't forget to watch soccer, look at the fashion, and pay attention to how it weaves into the culture. World Cup 2026, y'all. We'll catch y'all later.
Hey,
Peace.
until next time.